Here is Kelly. With nothing but his imagination, he manages to have a threesome in class with his classmates Dominique and Sarah. What's surprising is that they are aroused too. But to understand where his power comes from, let's go back a little. A few months earlier, one night around midnight, an old van drives through the woods and a man named Pfluger gets out. He digs up a human bone from an old grave and a flash of magic strikes him, throwing him against the side of his vehicle. He immediately leaves with an evil laugh. Next we see Kelly being bullied outside a store by some athletes from his high school. They harass him because of an eating disorder called pica, which makes him want to eat things that aren't food. His friend Dominique defends him, but the athletes turn Kelly upside down in a trash can and one of them pours soda on him. They film the scene on their phones and post the video on the school's website. Kelly feels humiliated, being ridiculed like that, and in front of his crush Dominique too. The next day Kelly doesn't look well and he's chewing on an eraser from his locker. He learns that the video of him in the trash can has gone viral at school and all the students are making fun of him. Kelly gets sick because of his diet of noodle lids and erasers. His mother calls a doctor to examine him, but the doctor says he can't do anything for him because Kelly needs psychological help, not just medical care. Elsewhere, a crowd of people gathers around Pfluger. It turns out he's a healer, and despite his talk about snake oil, his magic actually works and he can heal people. But unfortunately he uses his power to collect money. Pfluger calls an old woman from the crowd to make a demonstration. She uses a walker because of pain in her back and legs. He heals her and she throws her walker aside while proclaiming that it's a miracle. The whole crowd applauds and Kelly's mother comes to see him to ask him to heal her son too. Then, a man named Red Elk approaches Pfluger, and he tells him that he knows that Pfluger stole his powers from an ancient tomb, and that over time the magic will turn against him and cause his death. Pfluger very rudely refuses to listen to Red Elk's warning and leaves to heal Kelly. Later that day, Pfluger arrives at Kelly's house, but in his attempt to heal him he dies and transfers his powers to Kelly. After becoming aware of his new powers, Kelly is much more confident and feels at ease. Later in the day, he stands up to one of the bullies. The latter tries to hit him but only hurts himself. He tries to hit Kelly on the head with a piece of wood, but feels the pain of every blow he gives. Then, Kelly finds work in a pizzeria, and when he gets home, he informs his mother of his new powers. She is first astonished and then asks him to tell no one about it. The next day at school, Kelly discovers that if he eats something that belongs to someone, that person will be affected by what he does to himself. Then, while he is sitting behind Dominique in class, her scrunchie detaches from her hair and falls on Kelly's table. He picks it up and eats the label before giving it back to her. He starts fantasizing about her and becomes aroused. He then fantasizes about Sarah and she becomes aroused. He has an orgasm in class and the two girls do too. Kelly falls from his chair and runs away while covering his pants. Then, Kelly and Dominique are at a party around a bonfire. Kelly is confronted by the bullies. He stands up to them once more and even mocks them. From one of them, things calm down when Gus, the football team coach and the father of two bullies, arrives and tells them to stop. After the party, the bullies see Kelly on the way back. They chase him in their car and run him over. Brett is the only one affected by the magic because he was the one driving. The others flee. Then Dominique and Sarah catch up with Kelly. They ask him what happened and he explains everything to them. The next day at school, Kelly and Dominique eat cakes together and discuss the accident. She says that the police think it was a defective airbag that caused the accident. Kelly and Dominique lay the foundations of a romantic relationship when Dominique encourages Kelly to ask her out. In the evening, Kelly takes out the trash at his job at Grazie's Pizzeria. He is confronted by Red Elk about his powers. Kelly confirms his suspicions by telling him everything and hurries back to work. Later, the bullies wait for Kelly to leave his trailer, and when they think it's empty, they prank him by removing the trailer from its foundations, which destabilizes it, and the gas pipe is torn from the wall, filling the trailer with gas. Kelly's mother, who is napping on the couch, jumps up. She realizes she is trapped inside, and in her panic, she breaks a lamp, which causes a spark and ignites the gas, causing the trailer to explode. Kelly returns in time to try to save his mother from the rubble, but she is already dead. He carries her burned body outside and falls to his knees in agony. Later, he is lying on a hospital bed and staring at the ceiling in shock. He is unharmed, but since he has no close relative, he will have to be placed in a foster family. Red Elk shows up at the hospital to tell the sheriff that Kelly stole magical powers. The sheriff doesn't believe him, but Red Elk tells him that he knows where to find him when he is ready to believe him. Later, at his mother's funeral, he moves away from the crowd to be alone and goes to Pfluger's grave. Dominique comes to see him and tells him that his mother will be missed but that he must go to a foster family. Then she kisses him. Afterwards, he eats a leaf from a strange plant growing on Pfluger's grave and falls violently ill. The sheriff gives him information about his mother's death, which indicates that it is a criminal act and not an accident. On the way to the foster home, Kelly assumes from the sheriff's information that the bullies who were bullying him must have done it. His suspicions are confirmed when the tyrants pass in front of him and give him the finger. Kelly jumps out of the car and disappears. The sheriff goes looking for him. Kelly understands that the bullies are going to the creek and he follows them to get revenge. He sees them swimming and drinking beer. He seizes the opportunity. First he kills one of them by eating a piece of his t-shirt so that the magic affects him from a distance. Then he starts strangling himself with the rest of the t-shirt, which causes the bully to drown. Kelly is forced to flee because one of the others went to warn the sheriff. In the evening, Dominique looks out the window and her mother warns her to close it because she doesn't want to risk Kelly entering. Just after saying that and leaving her daughter's room, Kelly appears at the window. Dominique tries to dissuade him from revenge and suggests instead to try to get confessions. But the next day, in science class, Kelly bursts in and demands confessions from one of the bullies. The latter tries to kill Kelly for accusing him of murder by throwing acid in his face, but it's his face that melts instantly and Kelly flees the scene. That night Sarah, who is dating one of the tyrants, tells him what she saw at the funeral. When Kelly had eaten those weeds and fell sick, they assume that the weeds are Kelly's kryptonite. They harvest some to use against him. Later, Kelly spots two of the tyrants and their father Gus on the football field. Later, Kelly spots two of the bullies and their father Gus on the football field. After stealing and eating clothes from the back of the sheriff's car, he then confronts them and uses an electric drill on his knees. When he tries to spray him with green liquid made from the weeds from the grave, he stops attacking because Dominique asks him to, and when he does, Gus attacks the sheriff and takes his gun. The tyrant manages to spray Kelly and weaken him and tells his father to shoot him. While Kelly is weak, Dominique cleans enough liquid from his t-shirt to mitigate the effects. Gus points the gun at Kelly's head, threatening to kill him. The confrontation ends with a bullet in Kelly's head fired by Gus. The bullet turns back and kills Gus but also his son, because Kelly still has a piece of his clothes in his stomach. Kelly gets up with no scratch and Dominique blames him for everyone's death. She threatens to break up if he doesn't agree to go with Red Elk and perform a ritual that will separate him from the power. He finally agrees and lowers his gun. They are then taken by the sheriff and Red Elk to Pfluger's grave to perform the ritual. Dominique reassures him by saying that everything will be fine. During the ritual, Kelly suffers a lot, but it has no effect because the power has been with Kelly for too long and has become a part of him. The only way to separate him from the power is to kill him. Kelly breaks free from his handcuffs and tries to escape with Dominique, but one of the police officers shoots them. They are thrown onto Pfluger's grave. Dominique dies instantly, but Kelly manages to survive thanks to his power. He tries to save her but fails. He eats Pfluger's heart to renounce the power and accept death. The power leaves his body. He goes through a slideshow of all the deaths he avoided, then he falls dead, with a bullet hole in his head. Dominique wakes up in an ambulance and heals instantly from her injuries. Thank you for watching the video. Leave a thumbs up as a gift to support the channel, and see you soon.